I want to dispel a rumor right now about resumes. A lot of people think sometimes you could do a resume and it could be super general and that you can customize it, and you don't have to really change it for each job that you apply to. That's very wrong. That's absolutely wrong. And the reason I say that is because each job is going to be different. There's going to be different keywords for the job description that you're using. And you have to think about when you're doing a resume that you're taking the job description in one way and then you have your resume here. So you want to take keywords from the job description and place those keywords on your resume, right? And then you want to have keywords that explain who you are and what your professional value is too. You have to marry the two to have an optimized resume, not just a resume. It's a big difference between both. So when you have your first job, that's the most recent and most relevant for them, right? And all recruiters are trying to do is predict that you're going to be successful at their organization. When they talk to the hiring managers, they have to pitch you to the hiring managers. They have to be very, very confident, because if you get hired and you don't last, it kind of looks like bad on you in a way. And so they really want to make sure that you're going to be very successful and that you'll stay longer than 90 days. I also, in resumes, I don't know if a lot of people do that, but I add a tagline. So a tagline is basically like short and concise, and it talks to like the recruiter about what you do and who you are. When recruiters are talking to hiring managers about the applicant, it's something else that makes you stand out. It's like, oh yeah, the person with the great creative tagline, and they can talk about that because you want to stand out from the crowd. And you have to start treating your resume as proper real estate. So the first half of your resume is really like the top information that should be on your resume that you want to be readily seen by recruiters. Well, just make sure you put all the relevant information, like your professional summary, and we'll talk about that, the skills that you have, and also your accomplishments. Those things should be at the top of your resume at all times, because that's what's going to win them on to make them read further through your resume. I know a lot of times I see resumes that have objectives, and I think it's kind of outdated. I would dress it up a little bit more to make it more presentable, like a resume summary. So this is one like I've used for a salesperson. High-performing, enthusiastic sales leader with 10 years of experience, motivating and leading diverse sales teams to achievement. Right away, I gave you how many years of experience that I have, some of my personality traits, and exactly what I do very well, motivating and leading diverse sales teams. And where did I get this from? Oh, the job description. Because that's what the job description says. They want someone that can motivate and lead sales teams, right? So I'm using their language and putting it into my resume. Simple as that. The next thing I'm doing, now I'm showing you my achievement. One of my crown jewel achievements. Consistently rated top 10% annually in territory sales across 5 states with over $50 million earned in total product sales. Now I need a lot of water after that. That was a lot of words. But if you read this and you're a recruiter, aren't you intrigued? Aren't you like, I need to call this person right away before someone else calls them? That's what you want to do. You want to get them so excited that they see this and like, I need to call them right now. I don't even need to read the rest of the resume. Just let me call that person right away. But you want to hit them with the achievements too. And what I usually do is I I bold it so their eyes can be drawn directly to the achievement. It's a trick. When you're reading through the resume, if everything's the same color, there's no italicization, there's no bolding, you're just reading through, you're getting tired after reading so many resumes like that. But if you bold it, you put an underline on it, you make it a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, it's placed in the right-hand corner or the left-hand corner, there's all these tricks. So recruiters can have a fresh eye on your resume and they can go directly into all the important things. So that would be bolded, be top 10% annually, that would be bolded. PAR method, problem, action, result. And this actually helps you in interviews as well, and I'll tell you why. So you want to talk about the problem on your resume. What was the problem when you had this position? Next part is, what action did you take to solve that problem? Then the last part is the result. Okay, what was the result? After you took action, what was the final result? When you're in an interview, they ask you, oh, give me one example of how you did this. This is the same as this. It doesn't change, right? Now, in an interview setting, if you put that on your resume, you don't want to verbatim say that in an interview. However, you can go into a little bit more detail, but you already have the basis of how you answer those questions right here. Problem, action, and then what result you've taken. But let me tell you about the ATS, this vaunted ATS system, right? How does this work? So a hiring manager will usually scan the resume into the computer. The second step is the hiring manager will input the keywords that the ATS will scan. Third step, ATS scans the resume for those keywords. The fourth step, the ATS provides a grade or a percentage on the keywords found. And this is what really gets people in a yes or no column. Hiring managers will or will not contact the applicant based on that score. And that's as simple as I can break it down in terms of the ATS. So it can be your best friend if you put a lot of work into your resume. It can be your worst enemy if you don't put a lot of work into your resume.